Hey, welcome back everyone. So to get started on this project, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the front end, okay? So we're going to remove the fenders, the cowl, we're going to remove the whole front clip here to gain access to the firewall and the rest of the car. Reason we're doing that is because we're going to make sure that we're checking out all the lines, the wiring, probably replace that, as well as some of you gearheads know that when you get to the firewall, a lot of these older vehicles, people have drilled or mounted various things, and it just kind of not only detracts from the personal appearance of this thing, but it also, introduces corrosion. It allows moisture to enter the car, gas fumes, things like that. So we just don't want that. So we're gonna get to that. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. I'm removing this bolt, this nut, all the basic stuff that you can really figure out. But I did want to show you guys something here. Hold on a second, I'm gonna grab this bad boy. So over here, we have a bolt. Right here goes to the fender. See that bad boy right there? See it right there in the corner? Now, what happens with this is that once it gets some amount of corrosion in it, it's rusted up, you can go ahead and get it, and it takes a little bit of strength. And rather than seizing it and snapping it, you get to the point where it starts to squeal, right? Back it off a little bit. Use a little bit of penetrating oil, or WD-40 works, but honestly, penetrating oil does a little bit better job. It actually gets into some of the more crevices and nooks and crannies of this thing, so you can actually get in and get it to loosen up. So you're gonna spray that in there, let it sit. I mean, usually in a half an hour to an hour would be a good amount to sit, but just let it sit for a little bit of time. You're gonna wanna do is kind of crank it a little bit and then back it off, and then crank it a little bit and then back it off. Try to work that stuff in there and try to loosen up some of that sediment and get it to lubricate itself a little bit so it comes out. So other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on getting all this apart, and I'll see you guys when we get back to it. So I know it's been a while, and trust me, life's been hectic. So getting back at it, just like I was saying before, we got it all torn down. We got the whole front end taken off. We took out everything off the firewall, motor for the windshield wiper, blower motor, wiring harness, pretty much everything that we needed to get off in order to, assess everything that we would need to do. Now, reason being, as I told you in one of the previous videos, is if you look right here, see that hole there? So that's something we didn't previously know about until we took the fender off. It's rust damage and everything else in there from all the sediment and everything that gets down through here, all the way down in, and unfortunately caused a little bit of rot. So in one of our videos, I'm going to go ahead and cut all that out, replace it with some 18 gauge sheet metal. I'm going to show you how to tack it in, get it all nice and finished up so it looks good, seal it, paint it, all that kind of good stuff. Because what we're going to do is, contrary to what a lot of people do, I'm going to paint the whole firewall, the car, everything the same color. A lot of people just leave firewall black, engine bay. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. So other than that, we got a little bit more done here, and what I'm going to do next is we got some areas here where we got some surface rust. Nothing that's really too major, so I'm not going to go through and cut it out and replace it. There's no major loss of material there. So what I did was I hit it a little bit with a wire brush, got some of the main scale off, and wiped it down really good. And I'm going to use is a Evapor Rust and a blue shop towel, the disposable ones, right? Retains the moisture, all kind of good stuff. We're going to set it on there for 24 hours. I'll come back and I will show you what it does. I've had good success with it for some stuff not so much, so we'll see how far it gets on here. And worst case, I've got a portable soda blaster, and I'll just soda blast the living crap out of it. Other than that, we'll get more down the line, replacing floor pans. Got all the interior out, so we'll go ahead and go replacing all the interior. I got literally everything unboxed, sitting back over here on the other side of the shop. You see everything back there? That's all my fenders. That's my core support. Everything I saw that was damaged or rusted out, that I was like, not going to repair that. I'm going to replace it. So we got all that good stuff there, and everything else yarded out of the car there. And then I got some motors, the original motor, and a bunch of stuff back there, a bunch of transmissions. And behind me here is a glimpse of the motor that's going to go in it. Also, I don't know if that's from, got another car that's going to be going in the shop right after this one, and I will go do a walkthrough on that one on one of the next videos, sometime down the line. Other than that, I'll check back with you guys later.